Hey, what is going on, guys? Madbrickreviews, and I'm back with another video, and this is the A-Wing versus TIE Silencer Microfighters. It has an S on it. Combo pack. So it has a 2-in-1, which is actually new to Lego. Not really new, but I don't think I've ever seen the Microfighters put together in one box. I know we've gotten the Brickheads together. And the only ones we've actually gotten together were Kylo and Rey, but also Boba Fett and Han Solo and Carbonite. So this is kind of new. The box is actually like two of the boxes together, but it only really has the two sets in there. It doesn't have the two individual boxes like some of the other sets when you buy that are bigger, like the 60 something, $160 sets. Where they bring combo packs in them, you don't actually get the boxes, two different boxes inside. So you don't get that box or that box, separate. You actually get them all together in one box. The manuals were also two different manuals, and this part actually came with the A-Wing. So we're gonna take one little step by step. So we're gonna actually look at the TIE Silencer first, and also look at Kylo Ren. So let's move the camera a little closer. So the TIE Silencer, do I love it? Ooh, not too much. I do feel like it's a bit too chunky, too clunky, too, I don't know, just too big. I don't want to be rude, but kind of too fat, maybe. It just doesn't look too nice to me. The inclusion of these dark bluish gray pieces down here don't look too well to me. I wish they could have maybe been black. They brought back flick fire missiles for these. They easily could have added maybe some flick fire missiles, or not flick fire, stud shooters maybe towards the front, or maybe incorporated them towards the side again right here. But they went with flick fire missiles, which is kind of weird. The back is kind of nice, but that red just stands out way too much to me. I don't know. They could have made it probably gray, added two of the 1x2 translucent red pieces, and then added these on top, and maybe would have made it look better, but I don't know. It just doesn't look well to me. You get this printed piece right here. I do like how this was built, but it doesn't, it's built all on one piece, but it sticks out maybe a little too much. And I don't usually like to complain a lot about the Lego sets, but this one I just can't find anything to like. These are restricted to where they can only go that far, as you can see by these inverted slope pieces. Maybe too close. These inverted slope pieces. So they can only go that far, and they're stuck like that. You can bring them all the way towards the side, and then that way you can also bring them all the way up and down. But if you wanted to make them look kind of like the movie, they're only like that. I think that part was maybe the best thing they did for the ship, being able to actually keep them still like that. I know some of the TIE fighters and TIE Silencers, Microfighters that we've gotten have been able to go all the way to the actual body, and sometimes you couldn't even fit the minifigure in there, or the minifigure would get in the way. But here, Kylo Ren does not get in the way at all. Now let's actually look at Kylo Ren. When we look at him here, this is actually a really great set to get Kylo Ren for so cheap, really cheap actually, because this lightsaber blade alone goes for maybe $2 alone, while if you get just a regular red one, which doesn't have these other side pieces right here, usually go for about 5 to 15, 20 cents each. So this is a really expensive piece, and I'm glad that the Microfighter actually brings the lightsaber with it. The only thing I don't like that the Microfighter doesn't bring to Kylo is the cape. It doesn't bring the cape. They easily could have added a cape, but maybe it would have been too costly. It would have been too expensive for Lego maybe. So maybe I can't understand that, because some parts in the movie he doesn't have the cape, and you can just kind of think of this figure as a different outfit, kind of like a different, I don't know, just he's not the usual coloring we get, like the one we got in the actual TIE Silencer set. He does come with two faces. It's this one with a scar, and he's kind of angry here, and then you get kind of a calm one with the scar again. So if you didn't know, he has a scar. So there's that. The A-Wing comes with this little build, which is okay. Wasn't really necessary. Maybe that's why they wanted to make it a $20 set and actually put them both together. You know, it was alright. That was a good choice. And then we get this A-Wing right here, which I really do love the way it looks. I love the colors of them. I hope one day LEGO makes it into a full-size set, minifigure scale, because the colors of this are really cool. And I'm guessing the reason they didn't make one was because in the movie you didn't see it too much. I actually think she died. Yeah, I think it actually got destroyed. So maybe that's why. Maybe in the future they will, because I think it's a good inclusion. Battlefront 2, if you haven't played the game, actually has this as a hero ship, but you don't get her as a hero. Her name is actually, let me look it up right here. It's like Talisan Lentra. Talisan. But yeah, the A-Wing right here looks fantastic. Again, we get flick fire missiles. Yeah, which I think was respectable. Mostly because you do kind of get those like kind of turret gun pieces. Usually built up on the side of the A-Wings. I didn't think it was possible to actually get these kind of slopes, or not slopes, but angled like this, without it being, you know, too wobbly. But they managed to do it just with this piece down here that you can actually see. It's a pretty old piece. A lot of sets used to have them as the actual laser pieces for the front of the ship. But it helps it just to stay still, and I think LEGO did a very good job right there. It is angled just perfectly. You can actually move them just a little bit like you can with the regular A-Wings. So that is fantastic. Doesn't include this little clear, what do people call it, like a cheese slope. But yeah, they added that there, and I think that was really a really nice touch. As for the minifigure, I think she looks fantastic. You know, with the olive green jumpsuit, just looks good. The helmet design is great, except in the movie it's actually tan. If they would have made this tan, it would have been a very, very accurate, you know, minifigure. But apart from that, it is good. I know a lot of people will have complaints that some of the paint on there wasn't applied too well. I think on mine it's alright. Oops. It's alright. Maybe there it gets a little too messy. When you look at it from the inside, you can actually see that it's mostly red, and they just painted on the white parts and all that. But I mean, they did pretty well with that. The jumpsuit of the torso, the legs look fantastic. So much detail. It just looks amazing. The back, it looks a little bit too boring, but what can you put on the back? She gets two face prints, which is the back of the head. Actually, you know, whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying. But you get the visor on this side. She looks kind of angry. And on this side, she's kind of like proud of herself. She's, you know, pretty happy. Not too happy, but not too serious at all. And I think that's a good face print. And overall, I do really like the minifigure. And I think that was a good addition for LEGO to actually do for the set. So when we get them together, right here, I do think that the A-Wing was the better build of this set. It could have maybe done a little bit better with the TIE Silencer, but I don't blame LEGO. That's probably the best they could do with the set. It's a good investment for 20 bucks, and the other Microfighter sets are indeed as well. you know, pretty good builds, and I actually have to go and get them. I was only able to get this one with the little bit of money I had. So soon we will be getting those Microfighters, and I will be reviewing them. So down below in the comments, let me know which of these two you actually like a little bit more. I'm guessing a lot of people are going to go with the A-Wing because it just looks a lot better. And if you could, please leave a like down below in the video to show your support. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day. Peace.